Golden State Warriors hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. However, if you're hoping to tune into Steph versus LeBron James, you're going to just have to hold off a little bit because the Lakers have listed James as out with a left ankle issue. So for more on that, let's bring in our NBA reporter, Dave McMenamin, who is in San Francisco right now for this game. Dave, what more can you tell us about why LeBron is missing this first game after the All-Star break?
Yeah, Malika, a few weeks ago, we got that thriller between LeBron and Steph at the Chase Center. That won't happen tonight with LeBron James tending to that left ankle of his. He used the time in between the All-Star game on Sunday and the start of the second half of the season starting up to get further treatment on that left ankle that's really been bothering him for weeks. Now, I'm told that it's still to be determined whether he'll be available either on Friday against the Spurs or Sunday against the Suns. The Lakers have a 3-in-4 night scenario coming right out of the break. And obviously for a guy in year 21 who's 39 years old, even if he hadn't gotten treatment on that ankle, he probably wouldn't be playing in all three of those games. I spoke to a source who's familiar with LeBron's situation. I asked him, do you think this could be an extended absence? And he said, I don't have any concern about being an extended absence. So it sounds like he just needed a little bit more time based on the recovery that the second treatment that he got on the ankle requires. And we should see him back in the lineup soon enough. Spencer Dinwiddie, when asked what you got to do to make up for LeBron's absence, he said, it's got to be by committee. That's never been one player in the history of the game that ever replaced LeBron on his own. It has to be the whole team.
Do y'all remember when the Lakers, we entered the season, and everyone was talking about, oh, yeah, LeBron, the Lakers were saying, well, we're going to try to put him on a little bit of a minutes restriction, right, all season long. That went out the window during game one of all this. But despite having a largely healthy Anthony Davis, a largely healthy LeBron James, the Lakers, they are still in 9th place. So, Zach, what do they need from LeBron when he is back to make a serious run over the final 2 months here?
Let me try and give you a really good original answer here, Malika. What the 9th place Lakers need is for LeBron James to play really well and play really well a lot because their margin for error is 0. Right now they are 9th and the Warriors are 10th. And this game that was all the hype machine was talking about tonight, this game would be the first game of the play-in tournament, and one of the two would be eliminated before the play-in tournament even gets to day 2. That's where the Lakers and the Warriors are. And goal number 1 for the Lakers has to be get up into that 7-8 bracket. If you can't get to 6, at least get to 7-8. Guess what? That's 3 games in the standings to make up against teams who are all playing well, all playing to win. It is an uphill battle. They need LeBron ASAP, and they do not have the luxury of a lot of rest games or a minutes limit. It's all hands on deck.
In order for the Lakers to get back in the thick of things, meaning in the playoffs, LeBron James is going to have to be in-season tournament LeBron James. Do we remember that version of him, 28, 7, and 8 a night throughout the whole tournament? Did we see it in his eyes? Yep. We saw him taking charges. Matter of fact, he only had 5 for the season. He had 2 of them in the championship game for the in-season tournament. So when I think about LeBron and how he has to elevate, because we all know he wanted the Lakers to make a move during the trade deadline, but they didn't. They stood pat. Right? You still got the Denver Nuggets that are in front of you. You're still looking at the Los Angeles Clippers that are in front of you. So, yes, rest is valuable for LeBron James. He needs that, right? 39 years of age. But in order for the Lakers to achieve what they need to achieve, we need the in-season tournament version of LeBron James.
He's been doing that all year long. You said 28, 8, and 9. He's like 25, 7, and 8 on the year.
Yeah.
Right. The only difference between now and the in-season tournament is that he was taking charges. Like
That's a big difference. That means he was locked in.
He's 39 years old. He can't be taking charges through 82 games of an NBA season.
If he's trying to get where he's trying to go, he better.
You think so? Oh, I think that's a pass. He's like, you always know there's one player on the team that you're like, don't take charges. We need you later on. That's LeBron James. Protect him at all costs. And to me, I think he's doing exactly what he's needed to do. Yep. There's nothing else you could expect from LeBron James. I mean, year 21, age 39. He's played in 49 out of how many? 56 games? He's handling his own business. And the nature is, you're right, it is loaded. The plate is overflowing. You know, this it's a buffet. Oh wait, is that the proper word? I say buffet. Good. Okay, buffet. I say buffet. I say buffet.
Okay.
The West is a buffet. You have many options for contenders, and it's more so on the rest of the guys, right? But in this conversation, LeBron James has handled his business, and like one game after All-Star break, if that's going to help him finish the season strong, I'm cool with that.
Right. So you're saying if it's a buffet, everybody needs to eat.
Yes.
That's what needs to happen here. And that's exactly it. I have no problem with LeBron missing this. It definitely is a buffet, but it's
I don't know. We call it buffet.
You know what? I like it. I think buffet is cute, but I'm fine with him missing. It's unfortunate that it's against the Golden State Warriors, and this is a matchup and a game that we all want to see. But this is a time for guys to get right. We've seen so many stars use the All-Star break in this exact same way, which is why for LeBron, I'm bummed, but I'm not going to make a huge deal out of him missing this one. What's your biggest question about Golden State heading into the second half of the season here, Perk? Really last third.
It's Klay Thompson, right? It's been the tension, the role change, right? We've seen his body language. We've seen his emotions come in place when he hasn't closed the game. How is he going to embrace this new role? We saw an appetizer, since we're talking about meals. We saw an appetizer right before the All-Star break when he went for 35, but is he fully going to embrace this? If he does, and Klay Thompson is productive, then the Warriors are going to be a hard out in the postseason, right? For the last 2 years, we know Steph is going to be Steph. We know Draymond is the emotional leader, the backbone on the defensive side of things, but Klay Thompson is the guy that gets them over the hump. And when Klay Thompson is Klay Thompson, Game 6 Klay Thompson, and showing that throughout the course of the season and having those special moments, the Warriors are a completely different team. So I'm going to be looking at him to see how he maintains his mental and how he embraces this role for us coming in off the bench.
So you're looking at Klay Thompson. Zach, what are you looking at here?
Well, first, I'm hungry. Can we stop with the buffet and the buffet and all the food options? I'm hungry, and I got 11 hours till dinner. I'm looking at the bench minutes because I believe in this starting five with Draymond at center, Kuminga starting, Podziemski starting. I think this is a good lineup, and it's going to continue to be a good lineup. It's the other lineups and the non-Steph lineups that were really good to start the season with Chris Paul at the helm. How are those going to hold up with Klay now coming off the bench, with Chris Paul getting closer to a return? What does Kevon Looney have left in the tanker? Is it more Jackson Davis or is it Saric at center? That's the interesting puzzle piece, and a lot of it is Klay and whether he embraces this role. And I love how Klay closed out the first part of the season, coming off the bench and raining fire on Utah for 35 points or whatever he had. If that group can click and keep things afloat when Steph is on the bench, I think this team has a chance to battle up into that 7th spot and put some wins together and maybe even get above that, because I believe in that starting five.
Look, I think that graphic right there demonstrates the importance of Steph Curry. So we're all saying that, like, we all know Steph is the main guy here that will carry them home. He's giving you 28 points per game. But for me, it's Draymond Green by far, because you mentioned Klay, we talk about the bench. Draymond, he is responsible for being the orchestrator of Golden State's offense. And we saw how badly they missed him when he had that suspension. So for me, it's, will he keep his cool, stay on the court, and be able to make these role players shine? That's his unique ability that is different than any other play on any other team based off of how the Warriors have been designed.
Particularly because Golden State has a unique opportunity here. They have the 3rd easiest remaining schedule of any team in the NBA. So if they can put together a little run, starting tonight with a shorthanded Los Angeles Lakers team, potentially we could see them climb out of that play-in range, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Particularly, take a look at this, because the Lakers and the Warriors both entering the stretch of the season playing well over their last 10 games, right? And they need to with their current standings. If the season ended today, they would both be playing in a winner-take-all play-in game, which would end the season, right, for the losing team. And that would be a play-in game we all would need to see. So let's take a look at these head-to-head a little bit, Chiney. The best player in your mind between the Lakers and the Warriors is who?
Look, you never bet against LeBron James, but he ain't playing tonight, so I'm just going to go Steph Curry, because this season isolated what he's been able to do, 28 points per game, and just holding them home. Perk, who do you got?
The king, the GOAT, LeBron James. And look, anytime they match up and Steph Curry don't have Kevin Durant, I'm rolling with this man any day of the week, okay? LeBron James.
But by the way, Steph does have the edge in the head-to-head matchups. But it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. They both got 4
Yeah,
rings.
but the last 2 years, LeBron James actually sent them home.
Okay.
Well, that's fair enough. All right, so we've been talking about the offseason. We were talking all about the Los Angeles Lakers and how well they did. The Warriors have sort of been trying to figure out who's starting, who's coming off the bench, who has the best supporting cast, Chiney.
Oh, this comes down to, once you eliminate those two guys, AD is the best player on the floor, giving you 26 and 10. So I'm going with the Lakers. And their supporting cast has done better ever since LeBron James called them out.
I knew you was going to come over here to this side eventually after all the jokes you started off with. Bam! Put it up there. I'm running with the Lakers, okay?
Oh, he thought that was a high
I'm going
five?
with the Lakers. When you think about the supporting cast, this same supporting cast helped the Lakers beat the Warriors last year. This same supporting cast actually helped LeBron and AD go to the Western Conference Finals. So I saw with Austin, I am him.
I am him,
did last year. I saw what Rui Hachimura did in some crucial moments.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Buffet.
What is up? But anyway, I'm going with the Lakers.
All right, so what does that all culminate into? Who has the best chance to make a finals run? Not a playoff run, Chiney, a finals run.
Look, I think when you have LeBron James and the next best player on the floor, I'm going with the Lakers, especially with their defense. If they can really lock things down defensively, the role players step up, we can see another run. I don't know if it's like the Western Conference Finals like last year, but I got the Lake squad.
I'm going with the Lakers and everything Shanae just said and more. Anthony Marshall and Jay Davis Jr., right? When you think about what he's been doing on both sides of the floor, the way he's embraced that center position, offensively giving you around about 25 points a night, I love this version of AD. And guess what?
What?
He's been available.